Dear students, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video session we are going to discuss the new topic, that is equivalent fractions. Next we will check is it equivalent fractions or not, how to simplify the fractions, and some problems from exercise 8.3. So let's begin. Equivalent fractions. What do you mean by equivalent? I have written separately. Equi means equal, valent means value. Okay, so mathematically it is, if I write 2/3, if I write 4/6, if I write 6/9, they are all equivalent fractions. Sir, how did you say that they are equivalent? Because they look different. Sir, they look different. So how did you say that they are equal? They look different, but their value is same. For the 4/6, if I divide by 2, so it will come 2, because 2 2s are 4. If I divide 6/2, it will come 3. You can check, it will be 2/3, so same as 2/3. 6/9, if I divide by 3, it will come 2. If I divide by 3, it also 2/3. You can check, these fractions are same, but whenever I am writing 4/6, 6/9, so they are equivalent fractions. They look different, but their value is same. Okay, now the question is, sir, how to find 4/6 and 6/9? At first you choose a fraction, suppose 3/5. Now I want some equivalent fractions. So keep in mind, when you are finding out the equivalent fractions, so you are simply doing multiplication, and you are multiplying by same number on the numerator also and the denominator also. I am telling again, when we multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same number, this fraction becomes equivalent fractions of the given fraction. Suppose if I multiplying by number 2, the digit 2, then 3 2s are 6 and 5 2s are 10. So 6/10 is same as 3/5. Value is same as 3/5, but they look different. So they are equivalent fractions. Again, 3/5, if the numerator and the denominator, of a fraction, if I multiply by the same number means now we are multiplying by 3, then it will come 9/15. Their value is same, but they look different. So 6/10, 9/15. Similarly, if I multiply by 4 on numerator and denominator also, then we will get another fraction. So they will be the equivalent fraction. So 6/10, 9/15, 12/60, they are equivalent fraction. Okay, fractions. Similarly, you can check you can find out so many equivalent fractions of the given number in this way. So the new topic, that is finding equivalent fractions with the given numerator or the denominator. Now the question is, write equivalent fraction of 4 by 5 with the numerator 12. So it is given 4 by 5. So equivalent fractions of 4 by 5, in the numerator 12 is given, but we don't know which number will come in the denominator. You know, this 12 that are coming from 4 by multiplying by 3, because you know 4 3s are 12, right? So similarly, I told you, when we are finding out the equivalent fractions of the given number, it means you are multiplying by the same number on the numerator and the denominator also. Remember, when you are finding out the equivalent fraction, you should have to multiply the same number by the numerator and the denominator also. So here it is 5. So 5, you have to multiply 5 by 3, then it will come 15. So 12 by 15 is the equivalent fractions of 4 by 5. Similarly, if I choose another problem, 3 by 7, but it is given 9 in the numerator, so find out its denominator, which is the equivalent fractions of 3 by 7. So how did you get 9? You know 3 3s are 9, because here it is given 3, and if you multiply by 3, then it will come 9. So similarly, you should have to multiply 7 by this 3. So you know 7 into 3, 21. So 9 by 21 is the equivalent fractions of 3 by 7. Okay. So this is the way to find out the equivalent fractions of the given number when the numerator is given. Now we will find out the equivalent fractions of a given number when the denominator is given. Okay, the next question, write the equivalent fractions of 25 by 35, and it is given the denominator 7, and you have to find out the equivalent fractions of 25 by 35. But in the next one, in the previous one, the numerator was given, but in this question denominator is given. So here it is 35 and it is given in the denominator 7. So now you have to find out the numerator. You know, if I divide 35 by 7, so it will come, sorry, if I divide 35 by 5, so it will come 7, you know. So how did the 7 is coming? How did the 7 coming? 7 was coming if I divide 35 by 5. So similarly, here the division operation is occurring. So same thing, it will happen to the numerator. So the 25 also divided by 5, then it will come 5. So in the numerator, the number will be 5. So 5 by 7 is the equivalent fraction of 25 by 35. So for this question, I am telling again how to find out. For this question, you have to find out how to find 7. Since it is 35 and it is 7, so if I multiply by a number, then it will be bigger than the number. So here you have to divide. So 35 by 5, you will get 7. So similarly, you have to divide the same number, that is dividing by 5, you have to divide by the same number on the numerator, then you will get 5. So 25 by 5, you will get 5. So if I choose another example, suppose 15 by 45, with denominator 9. Okay, so 15 by 45, please write down, and in the denominator please write down 9. So how did you find out 9 from 45? So you have to divide by 5, then you will get 9. So similarly, in the numerator you should have to divide 15 by 5, then you will get 3 by 9. So 3 by 9 also, this is the equivalent fractions of 15 by 45. Now the next topic, how to check is it equivalent fractions or not. So it is given 2 by 3rd and it is given 12 by 18. Here the numerator for this fraction it is 2 and 3 is denominator. For this fraction numerator is 12 and denominator is 18. So how to check is it a equivalent fractions or not? So here it will come the cross multiplication. Cross multiplication means these two it will multiply by 18 and these 3 it will multiply by 12. So it looked like a cross. It looks like a cross. That is multiplication. So if you multiply 2 into 18, you will get 36, and if you multiply 3 by 12, then it will be 36. You know, both number are same, both the value is same, so they are equivalent fractions. So this is a cross multiplication. Cross multiplication means multiplying the numerator of a fraction with the denominator of the other fraction and multiplying the denominator of the other fraction with the numerator of the first fraction. So this is the cross multiplication. You just put a cross. Okay, this n will multiply by the next denominator of this fraction, and this denominator for the first fraction will be multiplying by the numerator of the next fraction. So this is called checking. This is the way to checking the equivalent fractions. Okay, if I take another example, suppose 3 by 5 and 6 by 15. Yes, 3 will be multiplying by 15 and 5 will be multiplying by 6. So 3 15s are 45, 5 6 are 30. So both the value are different, so they are not equivalent fractions. They are not equivalent. Okay, now the next topic is simplifying fractions. How to simplify the fractions? Suppose I am giving 49 by 56. So simplify this fraction. Okay, so to reduce a fraction to its simplest form, it means the numerator and the denominator of the fraction should be divided by the common factor till they have no common factor other than 1. It means you should have to divide by the same number on the numerator and the denominator by the same number. You should have to divide the same number by the numerator and the denominator also. Till then they have no common factor other than 1. Okay, so for this fraction, if I divide by 7, it will be 7. 49 divided by 7 is 7 and it is 8. So you can't. Now this is the simplest form of the 49 by 56, because because the common factor of 7 and 8 is 1. Now you will stop. You can't find the another fractions of 7 by 8 because the common factor of 7 and 8 is 1. Similarly, if I choose another example such as 15 by 45, so at first you divide same number on the numerator and the denominator also by 5, then you will get 3 and it is 9. You can also check that if you divide 3 by 3 and 9 by 3, you will get 1 by 3, and this is the simplest form of 15 by 45. So because common factor of 1 and 3 is 1, okay, we will find out till they have no common factor other than 1. So only the factor will come 1. Okay, now I'm coming to the next point, that is exercise 8.3, question number 1a, 2 by 3. So find out the equivalent fractions following by multiplication. So at first you multiply the non-zero number, that is 2, you will get 4 by 6. Then six by 9, then you will get 8 by 12. So they are all equivalent fractions of 2 by 3rd. Similarly, if I choose question number D, 1 by 4, so it will be same as before. At first you should have to multiply by the same number, that is 2. So 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. Then again you are multiplying by the next number, that is 3. 3 1s are 3 and 3 4s are 12. Similarly, 1 by 4 is 4 into 4, it will be 4 by 16s. So they are all equivalent fractions of 1 by 4th. So similarly you can find out the equivalent fractions of rest of the parts. Okay, so thank you. That's all for today, and we will solve the next problem on the next video. Thank you.